Hey, speaking of me,
Yes.
did you see that? I don't know. I guess I think my algorithm gives me weird stuff.
No.
Yeah, I know. So, but there's a Instagram called Kansas City Whip that I follow, and it was mostly motorcycle stuff, like street bike stuff.
Okay.
But it's taken a different turn. There's a chick beating another chick's ass somewhere in Kansas City that is an ass beating like I haven't seen in a long time. Like drags her out of the car and starts dropping bombs to the point where it's no longer funny. You just go,
What the hell's happening?
yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, no, it's no point in trying to show you on the air just because it won't translate, but for everybody. But I'll have to show you, but I didn't know if it'd run across because much like the fire engine spinning in circles,
Yes.
it's going to go mega viral.
So let me ask you this. Does it look like it's in a location that looks
Yes.
familiar?
It's in Kansas City. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
like you
definitely
can tell,
Kansas
you
City.
can totally tell. Okay, that was just a random question.
I think, well, I say that, but I believe it is. And, dude, she yanks this other chick out of the car and starts putting the wood to her. And, I mean, dropping bombs. And the other girl's, like, laying there, doing nothing. Like, nothing. Like, no hands up, nothing.
Jesus, what'd you do?
You can see her drag her hand over to the curb, and I'm like, I don't want to see that.
Nope.
I'm waiting for her to curb stomp her.
Yeah.
And it just, finally the video just ends. But in perfect American fashion, nobody does a thing.
Oh, of course not.
just-
Somebody tapes it, but nobody does anything.
Yes.
And I've not come across that inspiring news this week in all my reading.
Right.
So,
No, it just showed up last night, but it's one of those things like you're going to see it. Like there's no way it doesn't get seen.
whew.
It's that over the top.
Celebrating birthdays, Hangover star Ed Helms is 50, Olympic great Mary Lou Retton's 56, and Hollywood legend Ernest Borgnine would have been 107.
Hollywood legend Ernest Borgnine lived to the ripe old age of 95. And at that age, you got to shoot your shot. Which is why he provided the world with one of the greatest clips ever. When he revealed the secret to his longevity was,
I masturbate a lot.
happy birthday to the late, great Ernest Borgnine. It was one of the most gleefully uncomfortable things ever.
You look fantastic. You look like you're in your late 60s, early 70s. What's the secret?
I don't dare tell you.
No meat. You don't eat meat.
I masturbate a lot.
Okay, I think... Thank you, Ernie. That was great.
I actually heard that.
I mean, if that's the case, we're living forever.
In news this morning, Russia says a military transport plane carrying 74 people, including 65 Ukrainian prisoners of war, to be swapped, has crashed in a border region near Ukraine. The governor said all aboard are presumed dead this morning. It wasn't immediately clear what the cause of the crash was. The Associated Press could not confirm who was on board. Ukrainian officials cautioned against sharing unverified information. A Russian state news agency did, though, cite the ministry and reported that the POWs were being transported to the border region for that prisoner exchange. The IRS wants to rewrite its complicated letters to taxpayers and speak to people in plain English.
No.
The federal tax collectors rewriting and sending out commonly received notices ahead of the 2024 tax filing season as part of its new, quote, simple notice initiative. The 2024 tax season begins January 29th. More than 170 million notices are sent out annually by the IRS to taxpayers regarding credits, deductions, and taxes owed. The notices are often needlessly long and filled with legal jargon, forcing many confused taxpayers to call the agency and jam up phone lines.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the taxpayers jamming up the phone lines, not the complete inept, absolute. Dude, P. Hill works at the IRS. He's told me everything. He's like, you have no idea how poor it is. Like, he said, it's absurd. Like, they'll never get it done. He retired from there.
That's right. I always forget that.
No, P. Hill's a lifetime IRS employee, and I still let him live with me in home.
Is that part of a strategy almost?
It's self-flagellation of some sort. It's an extension of Catholicism from when I was a child. Like when you see the priest beat themselves with a stick. Like, it's just a continue. I hate myself.
Flogging yourself with your roommate.
That's it. I'm just like, move in, IRS boy. And by the way, worst tax dude ever in the sense, like, I let him do my taxes. He's so IRS indoctrinated.
Yeah.
Like, I let him do I thought this would be smart when I was a kid. I was younger,
Sure.
right? I was like, he's like, I'll do them. I go, oh, okay. And he's very smart.
Sure.
But he does them to the point that you don't even get money. You might owe money. I was like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not on your side. That's what I'm trying to say.
No,
I
get what you're saying.
I was like, no, I don't want you to do my taxes anymore.
Ever again.
I thought I'd have some inside, like, track.
Right. That would be able to navigate you.
100% the actual opposite of that.
That sucks.
Yep. Yep.
According to USA Today, camps, they say, the growing awareness of points to loneliness and need for community with men facing modern society. We've talked about man camps before and how you should start one to teach people how to do things like Kyle, like using a chainsaw.
Head rape for bad people.
A shovel.
Well, you have to hit him with the shovel before the head rape.
Experts say men are seeking out difficult experiences. They're seeking out groups and tribes. They're seeking out some sort of social bonding and sense of social capital.
Without a doubt. Think about it, man. It's absolutely makes all the sense in the world. First of all, never been less fathers getting involved ever. Secondly, you're not allowed to go out and do anything anymore. So you live in your house, you don't have any idea about social structure. You never go out and find out what happens when if you take your baseball bat and you hit a rubber tire, it comes back and hits you in the head.
Sure.
I learned that watching my friend Richard Hughes. Dude, out back.
Why did he do it?
Because we were kids, and that's what
You're
you learned. It was a wheelbarrow upside down. Boom, 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 boom. Just hit it. And then watch this, guys. Look how hard I'm going to hit it. Gink, right in the forehead. and just all of this stuff that happens as you're a kid. You know, gas fumes explode. This is all stuff that you learn. That those reeds at the pond, once they're dry, if you light them on fire, you can shoot. You can throw them at each other. You learn to have to yell, "No rocks in the snowballs."
What else with explosives you've had to remind people?
But yes, diesel is for burning. Gas is not. Gas and gasoline will explode on you. Diesel fuel will burn a wood pile.
That's important to know.
But how do you change a chain on a chainsaw? I wouldn't know if Big E hadn't shown me. But you have to learn from somebody.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a dad, or your dad's not into that, or you were never allowed to go outside and do stuff, most people don't know how to change a tire anymore.
It is amazing. I know we talked about it. We never go through with any of our ideas, but you could have a man camp, seriously, on your property, just for the basics. How you had like the equivalent of home ec in high school, which I also didn't.
Here's what I learned when I bought the property. Guys who already knew how to do stuff still looked for somewhere to go and hang out. We all want to hang out, right?
Yeah.
All the work that we did at the land, at Disgrace Land, and we're still doing, was because, for some reason, people would show up, you'd make new friends as well, and they'd go, what are we doing today? This inherent need to build, this inherent need to create stuff.
I remember you actually saying that.
For fun.
People would just show up and go, exactly like you said, what are we doing today? What do we need to do?
And suddenly we'd be building a bridge or redoing a dam or trimming trees or stringing lights or building a deck. Or, I mean, whatever it was, because there is a certain kind of guy that you, and I'm the same way. I like projects. I like that stuff. All the weird stuff that we've built over the years, from the bowling alley lane tables to moving entire warehouses full of production equipment. It doesn't matter. I like projects. I like purpose.
What did you make the bars into, by the way? Was it a missile? What were those that you made into?
Oh, no, we made the bombs. Those were Vietnam-era propaganda bombs I bought from a military surplus store, and I bought 5 of them, 5 or 6. And the first one was just Joel and I built for me, and then we really got it good by the end. I wish I'd have taken one of the last ones, because we cut them open, put it in a door, and put it up shelves, fabricated some fins, and they are genuine 1974 Vietnam-era propaganda bombs that were for the military that would explode. They were fiberglass and explode over Vietnam and drop pamphlets. And by the end, we were putting in velvet interior and super kick-ass lighting, and I mean, beautiful glass shelves. I mean, they turned into, we could have sold them for thousands of dollars.
But you just wanted to do it because you wanted to do it.
We gave them all away. Every one of them got given away.
A Colorado-based pastor for an online church accused of pocketing $1.3 million through a cryptocurrency fraud scheme, and he told followers in a video statement that the Lord told him to do it. Eli Regadalo and his wife, Caitlin, marketed their cryptocurrency, which is INDX coin, to the Christian community in Denver, Colorado, saying God told him people would become wealthy if they invested.
Do you have the audio from this?
I don't have him.
We do the story, but by the next news, you have to have the audio, because that's what will bring it home to you. You'll be like, it'll make you want to jump through a window.
Well, because I have many of his quotes, of course.
Yes, please, Greg, listen to this story and go find the audio. It was on Instagram, too. It's, I think, Christian Nightmares is the...
Oh, yeah, I followed him.
Yeah, but it's the guy the crypto guy.
Eli Regalado.
All right, I'll find it.
All right, thank you.
This is all brought on, by the way, by the Colorado Division of Securities. They put out the statement last week. INDX coin raised nearly $3.2 million, according to the Securities Division. At least $1.3 million of went directly to the regulados or was used for their own personal benefit, according to the complaint. When addressing the allegations, Eli said the charges that they pocketed the money are true. He said, quote, out of $1.3 million, $500,000 went to the IRS and a few $100,000 went to home remodel the Lord told us to do. Mm-hmm. The couple also allegedly spent their investors' funds on a Range Rover, luxury handbags, jewelry, boat rentals, snowmobile adventures.
Oh, I assure you, when you hear the audio from this, you will be a proponent of head rape. Because all he does is talk about how the Lord directed him to do it. And he literally, by the way, please let there actually be a God. Please. Because this dude's going to get face-effed by Jesus himself.
Yeah, this cryptocurrency is worthless.
The entire time he blames God on everything. He's like, God was telling us to do this, and we just believed him, so we did it. This sounds preposterous as I'm laying it out to you, but I'm telling you, he's looking at the camera, telling the world it's not his fault. He stole everyone's money in the tune of millions because God told him to, and we just believed God. So we thought that God was going to keep providing for us. Now, we knew that there was nothing backing this crypto coin up, but God will provide, and he had been providing, so why wouldn't we keep believing God? So we just kept doing what God said, and then God said to spend a couple $100,000 to redo our house and buy a Range Rover, and all we were doing was listening to God. He literally blames God for everything all the way through. So,
and then says, I may have misheard him.
Someone's getting face raped by the devil.
As the freezing temperatures continue, hundreds of thousands of people in the Kansas City area are likely seeing their electric bills increase. Of course, Evergy announced an additional charge increase of $1.35 for residential customers using 1,000 kilowatt hours of electricity per month. Increase goes into effect February 1st. Evergy stated that the Missouri Public Service Commission approved a request to adjust the demand-side program's investment mechanism charge on customer bills. If you want to find more info, go to evergy.com.
Hey.
Yep.
How about this from 8652? Thanks, Nycki. My new band name, The Hole That Jesus Gave You. Just sent that text in. You just named a new band.
Good. A chiropractor from Oak Grove, Missouri, has died before his trial for statutory sodomy. David Clark was 70 years old and charged with 5 counts of statutory sodomy and 1 count of sexual abuse. Clark was accused of sexually assaulting multiple patients during his 40-year career at his clinic. Prosecutors say he targeted Amish patients who traveled from around the country for his treatments. The obituary says that Clark died January 14th from heart failure.
Hold on. He was sodomizing Amish people?
We talked about this story before. They came to him and traveled to his...
Honestly, it's sad because I can't keep track of doctors doing bad things.
It is.
So what was he? He was sodomizing...
He had up for trial for statutory sodomy. 70 years old, David Clark's his name. He was charged with 5 counts of statutory sodomy, 1 count of sexual abuse. He was accused of sexually assaulting multiple patients during his 40-year career at his clinic. Prosecutors say that he targeted Amish patients who traveled from around the country for treatments. And then, as I mentioned, January 14th, he passed away from heart failure.
I'm sorry. I was just looking for more weird... I'm just trying to figure out how to put it all together. Because, obviously, because the people who put the news story together put Amish in there, I'm like, okay, what was he doing with Amish? Like, what was he selling to the Amish people that other people wouldn't have fallen for? That's what I was looking for.
Gotcha.
I guess he didn't think they had the cell phones to call the authorities? Like,
I don't know what their story is. By the way, Kansas City Chiefs and Buffalo Bills featured another all-time matchup between quarterbacks Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen on Sunday. The 27-24 Chiefs victory is now officially the most-watched NFL divisional playoff game ever. Kansas City's win was the most-watched program on any network since the Chiefs Super Bowl in 2023.
Have you seen the other conspiracy for chuckleheads that the Travis Kelce Taylor Swift relationship is manufactured by the NFL in order to get 50 million viewership?
No.
Oh, yes, that's a whole thing. And I'm like, yeah, that's what's happening, you incel idiot. Dude, listen, let the world burn. Let it burn. It's okay. It's okay, Nick. Look me in the eye. Come with me on this. We'll go stand out there together. I'll bring the liquor.
No, trust me, I'm ready for this to burn down.
We won't even put our sunglasses on. Like, we'll just let it take my eyes.
So after that game, by the way, and of course that poor bastard, the kicker Tyler Bass, missing the game-tying field goal, online betting just went sideways, bullying at an all-time high, led him to deactivate his social media accounts, by the way, following Sunday's game.
Because he's not even a real person. He didn't even exist.
Yeah, he started getting hateful threats after the loss, turned off his Twitter and Instagram accounts. However, 10 Lives Club, a no-kill cat rescue and shelter in New York, was determined to help the athlete. In 2 days, the organization raised more than $100,000 in his honor. Long story short, he'd been volunteering and been the face of this cat charity for over the years. Like, they're like, he's a great guy. You know,
sure
don't be crap to him. In all these campaigns, when they said other players would go towards dogs, he was always like, no, I want to do stuff for cats.
Kicker.
And you're like,
kicker.
Awesome.
But you remember, who was our kicker?
Lynn Elliott, is that what you're thinking?
No. No, legendary.
John Stennery.
No, guys, I'm sorry. He was around. Yes, Nick Lowery. I'm so sorry I couldn't come up with it. I know.
I'm like,
I know. But Nick Lowery had that giant painting of himself in his living room. What? Do you know about this?
No.
Holding his cat.
I've never heard this.
Absolutely true. Ask anybody who knew him. Yes, no. I've seen a picture of it. He, you know. And again, that's not a shot at him. I was connecting kickers and kitties.
No.
That's all.
What makes me sad now, I wish Mike would have gone up to him. Little known, I don't think we discussed this. When we got to Phoenix this last fall, when you guys let me have off for our anniversary to go see the Foo Fighters in Phoenix, when Mike surprised me with that trip, we got there in time to go watch the Chiefs game at a Chiefs bar that was very colorful. Out of nowhere, you see Nick Lowery there. He holds court there and is there all the time. And I'm like, I would have so asked to go to his house and see his cat picture if he still had it.
He had a giant painting of himself holding his cat as you walked through the front door.
Yes.
That was so. I never went to his house because we had we had beef. So years ago, and it all got put away. It really did. But it was. I was a young kid in the business. I had this beautiful girlfriend named Lisa. Mm-hmm. And we were at a benefit at the country bar there in Westport, and the Beaumont, and Nick Lowery was there, and he walked up. We're at a top, what they call it, the tabletop, the high top, and it was not very big, right?
Right.
And the dude literally, I'm talking to her. You're her. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He walks in. Like him here, he steps in like this and puts his back to me, and he's like this, and puts his card down and starts chatting her up. Like, clearly, she and I are at the table together.
There are 9 things wrong.
And you know me. It's like, it wasn't even a matter of win or lose the fight. I just went, like
you
this.
Don't walk in front of me.
Well, I couldn't take the big, me, little you that was happening. I couldn't take, like, the Nick Lowery. And by the way, his card, I can tell you, because I always remember it, had half Jets, half Kansas City. It had both logos on it, and that's how he presented himself with this embossed logo. And then we had words.
The era of business cards, he had it done right.
And we had words, and he left the table, and that started a little riff for a couple of years. And in all honesty, he came to me one time, and he goes, hey, man, that wasn't okay. And he was really cool about it, and he was great, and it all got squashed.
Good.
It was very much roosters in a hen house, and it was like,
It was a dumb move.
Well, and
but credit that he said something.
Absolutely. And again, it wasn't like he kicked a kid.
No.
Or ran over a dog. He embarrassed me in front of a girl.
Right.
And that is what I couldn't let go of. That's why I got so goddamn mad. No,
I get that.
Obviously. No, for real.
No, trust me. As someone who will be that person that walks in for the opposite reason of somebody between me and my person, no, you don't do that.
Yeah, no. And thankfully the fight didn't break out, but it was definitely offered. And that's when John got his ass kicked by Nick Lowery, who kicked him in the head. And then he couldn't remember his ABCs from that on. Imagine. Because Nick Lowery was pretty, and he wasn't tough, but he just takes one big step back and then to the left and just boots you right in the head. And you're like, me don't know what tomatoes are.
Me done.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Music news, Alice Cooper's legendary album, Billion Dollar Babies, returns in all its glory for an extended 50th anniversary celebration. The album that hit #1 on the album charts in America and the UK in 1973. Billion Dollar Baby's $1 Trillion Deluxe Edition will be available on March 8th on 3 LP and 2 CDs. Both feature a newly remastered version of the original album along with bonus material. In the vinyl edition, the gatefold cover faithfully replicates the original's textured snakeskin wallet design and comes complete with the $1 billion bill tucked inside.
What album was it? I can't remember. Alice Cooper put an album that made a bunch of headlines because they're real cheap, but they were cotton panties around the record. They were just white cotton panties around the album.
I can see that from the 70s.
Yeah, it was super good and controversial. It was, but anyway, yeah, I've looked for some of those for years, man. A real album with it really in there. School's Out, was that it? Yep. But I mean, that's so like over for the time.
Oh God, yeah.
Imagine the controversy about white cotton panties with School's Out. You know, because I think that album had I'm 18. Yeah, yeah. Here, look.
Yep. Basically sealed the deal that he was the devil.
Teenage girl panties. I mean, those are just white cotton panties.
Nominations for the 96th Academy Awards announced yesterday. Oppenheimer. Have you watched that yet?
I tried.
Credit.
My ADHD kicked my ass. I tried. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the other half. I got like an hour and a half or 2 hours or whatever into it. And I was like, I got to do something else, man.
They led all nominees with 13 nominations, including Best Picture and Best Director for Christopher Nolan, who had not been up. Best Actor, Cillian Murphy. It's also followed by Poor Things, had 11 nominations, and Killer of the Flower Moon with 10. Barbie had 8 nominations. Have you watched Killers of the Flower Moon? Because we started to about 10 minutes in, and I told Mike, I go, hey, this thing's 3.5 hours long. Do you want to watch Dateline?
The title got me.
And it started fine. That's a long time.
And it's for whatever reason, I'll just read a title and go, that's not a movie for me.
Martin Scorsese picked up his record 10th Best Director nomination for Killers, and Lily Gladstone from the movie is the first Native American to be nominated for Best Actress. Side note, Barbie star Margot Robbie and director Greta Gerwig were some of the notable snubs, though co-star and Jake's man crush Ryan Gosling got 2 nominations for Best Supporting Actor and Best Song. And finally, a true party animal doesn't let anything stop a good time, and Mateus Facio in Brazil is that guy. The 21-year-old, who's a medical student, was partying hard on the beach in Rio on New Year's Eve when he felt something hit him in the head. He assumed it was a rock, shrugged it off, and just kept partying. Eventually, a friend was with him and helped stop the bleeding, put ice on the wound, and that's when he returned to the party for the next few days, even swam in the ocean at one point. Little did he know that the rock he thought struck him in the head was actually a bullet lodged in his brain. 4 days later, he was driving 200 miles to his home and started experiencing unusual arm spasms. He knew something wasn't right, so he took himself to the hospital where doctors informed him he had a 9mm bullet in his head. He underwent a 2-hour risky operation to remove it and is doing well, but it's still unclear who fired the shot. I'm Nycki Pace for the Johnny Dare Morning Show.